Rabbit hemorrhagic disease, what you need to know. Information about this disease. Rabbit hemorrhagic virus, also known as viral hemorrhagic disease, has two different strains currently known as RHDV1 and RHDV2. It is a disease found only in rabbits and hares, and it's generally uncommon within the United States. But worryingly, the rate of infection is high, and the numbers are increasing in wild and domestic rabbit populations. Rabbit hemorrhagic disease is known to kill rabbits quickly, with few signs or symptoms. This disease is native to Australia, New Zealand, Cuba, parts of Asia and Africa, and most of Europe. This disease is thought to have spread to the US in 2018, so it is a recently emerging disease with unforetold future consequences. The disease has not been seen in high numbers in the United States for many years, until the spring of 2020. Originating in New Mexico, the disease is spreading across the United States. In March of 2021, 11 states had instances mainly occurring in the western United States have been confirmed to have rabbit hemorrhagic disease. The most recent additions to this roster, Idaho and Montana, have occurred within a month of each other, indicating a rapid spread. Although no cases have been reported yet in Georgia, the Georgia rabbit population is still at risk for this highly contagious disease. Transmission. Rabbit hemorrhagic disease spreads through direct contact or exposure to an infected rabbit's excretions or blood. Carcasses, food, water, and other contaminated materials can hold rabbit hemorrhagic disease for an unknown amount of time. People can transfer RHD through contact and clothing. Signs and symptoms. Signs and symptoms of rabbit hemorrhagic disease include fever and appetence, lethargy, spasms, breathing difficulties, blue-colored lips or mucous membranes, liver inflammation, blood clotting, and/or bleeding from body cavities. Most often, though, the only symptom is death, as the incubation period for this disease is anywhere from 1 to 5 days. Diagnosis. Most diagnoses of rabbit hemorrhagic disease occurs after the death of an animal. Veterinarians and researchers can diagnose the virus by inspecting liver tissue or DNA from a potentially infected rabbit. Since this virus is known for causing liver damage, it would be easy to spot injuries in the liver of an infected animal. A liver sample must be fresh or frozen to provide definitive results. Another method of diagnosing rabbit hemorrhagic disease would be to collect a DNA sample and search for the viral DNA within that sample. If the DNA for rabbit hemorrhagic disease is present, then a confirmed diagnosis can be made. Who is at risk? Rabbits and hares are the only ones known to be at risk for rabbit hemorrhagic disease. There are studies currently looking into if this virus can transfer into other animals. Only one such species has been shown a potential virus transfer so far, the alpine musk deer, but rabbit hemorrhagic disease cannot transfer to humans. Treatment. Currently, there are no vaccines approved for rabbit hemorrhagic disease in the United States, but some vaccines can be imported. The vaccines are only available to be imported in some areas of the United States that have a current outbreak. In order for the vaccine to be imported, a certified veterinarian must report the outbreak to the USDA. Because of the lack of treatment of rabbit hemorrhagic disease, prevention is the key to stopping the spread of the disease. Prevention. If your rabbits are housed outdoors, make sure to keep them in a lifted enclosure. Do not use material from outdoors for food or bedding unless sterilized. If there are wild rabbits in your area, try to prevent them from coming into your yard. Try to prevent dogs, cats, and other animals from bringing dead rabbits into your yard. Contact a health department if a rabbit is found. After handling a rabbit, wash your hands. Try not to handle rabbits that are not yours. If you must handle rabbits in another area, change clothes and shoes before handling your own. If you have guests and visitors, make sure they wash their hands before and after interacting with your rabbit. If you need to borrow equipment for your rabbit, make sure to scrub each piece with a 1 to 9 bleach and water solution and let it soak before rinsing and drying. Make sure to quarantine new rabbit additions to your household and house them in a different location for at least 30 days. If you find a dead rabbit, report it. Double bag the body, spray the outside of each bag with 10% diluted bleach or a 10% sodium hydroxide solution mixed with water, and then dispose of the bag into the garbage. Wash your hands and change clothes or disinfect all clothing, footwear, and equipment used before handling other rabbits. How this disease may impact the state of Georgia. This disease could negatively affect pets, but it could also have disastrous effects on wildlife populations. Many predators eat rabbits. If a high proportion of them disappear, predator numbers would fall drastically. Other prey items may skyrocket because of this. If we all educate each other and do our part to prevent this disease, we can continue to keep Georgia's rabbits safe from this devastating illness.
Thanks for watching. For more information on rabbit hemorrhagic disease, please visit these websites.